Hey, what's June? Min-san. Bum June, how are you guys? Thumbs up, middle, thumbs down. Min-san. Awesome. Is this your last presentation, exam?
No, tomorrow I have one more exam.
Tomorrow on Saturday.
Yeah,
Boom. What time?
1 p.m.
Okay. So maybe at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow, you will be drinking a beer. Okay, good. All right, guys, 1 second. All right. Gukyan, I forget. You're graduating after this semester?
Yes.
Is this your final exam?
Yes.
This is Gukyan's last exam of his life. Man, that is amazing. This is like the last day in military. It's like, yeah, celebrate. Wow. You know what? Earlier today, I had final exams for my English conversation class. And one of my students, it was her last exam ever. So awesome. So cool. So you finished, Gukyan, you finished your final project. Did you have a big final project in your class?
Yes, I finished capital design.
Wow. So what was your final project?
It's about AI, and my major subject is compound. So I guess I finished that.
Awesome, man. That's why you wrote your essay about
Yeah.
AI. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, does anybody have any okay. Does anybody have any questions before we begin? Okay. I think before we begin, I want everybody to test their share screen. So, Jiung, can you test your screen share? Just want to make sure it works. All right. How about Minsung? Oh, where'd Minsung go? Great. And Eugene. Looks good. And Gukyan? All right, looks good. June. Okay. right. Well, are there any questions? Sounds good. Okay, let me see the order. Now, I just randomly put your name on E-class. So it was Yujin, Gukyan, Jiyoung, Bumjun, Minsung. Is that okay? All right. What's best? Going first or last? What's better? Yujin, what do you think? First?
First.
Okay,
First.
that's better. Okay, cool. I know in my English classes department, nobody wants to go last. But Minsung, it's okay. All right, cool. Well, this is what we will do. So Yujin will go first. She will share her screen. And while she's presenting, I will mute my mic. I will turn off my mic. And then we'll listen to Yujin present. After that, let's try to ask Yujin at least one or two good questions. Like, Yujin, what are you having for dinner? I'm just kidding. Don't ask that question. Ask a question related to the presentation. All right, Yujin, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, well, I am going to mute my mic. And so whenever you're ready, just begin. Gukyan, wake up.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eugene Lee, and I'm going to talk about the low birth rate problem today. Do you know who the person in the picture? He is Avengers hero Hawkeye, and unlike other heroes, he often hides his appearance in the movies. Why? Each movie, Hawkeye shows a conflict between work and his family because he are surrounded by dangers. It is important for him to protect his family and to prevent neglect of the family. I think this is why work and family compatibility much more harder than saving the world. But there are many Hawkeyes in our society. Uh, as they work long time, the time to care family reduced. In the addition, because of poor economic conditions to get married, Korea has recorded a low birth rate. So today, first I will present three harmful effects about low birth rate and two solutions, and summarize my presentation. If you have a question about my presentation, feel free to ask me. First, with more young people avoiding marriage and childbirth, the birth rate of country is also decreasing. So there are complex problems. The first is aging society. As the elderly population increase, the cost of supporting them to young generation is also increased. This can be a generation conflict between the aged and young people. Secondly, this leads to labor market changes and deadly national economy. For example, uh, as labor population decrease, but the people who spend money increase, and corporation and national economic growth can't but decrease, then people's standard of living decrease. Finally, a family function is weakened. Individualist values prevail over the family, reducing the number of family members who want to care the elderly. So in the end, the elderly's dependence to social welfare and the cost of the national welfare rises. Then how can we solve this problem? I think the first solution is qualitative improvement about childcare service. Many working parents should leave their children at the child care service center. So if the number of time extension teachers or child care classes until late afternoon is increased, uh, parents can leave their children at ease, and it can reduce the burden of parenting. At the same time, there is the need to supporting a satisfactory working environment for childcare workers. For example, mm, they should be guaranteed salary for extra work and accurate working time. It should it would have to provide more better childcare services. Do you know who the person in the picture? She name is Sayuri, and she last month announced that she had gave birth to a son uh, after receiving a man's sperm donor in Japan. The second solution I will present is uh, related to this. It is about encouraging single adoptions and non-marital women. Recently, uh, non-marriage has become a trend among young people, and more than women want to have children without marriage. So, if the government legally allows single women to receive sperm donation through public sperm bank, it can reduce the burden of marriage and raises the possibility of having children. And by removing social prejudice about single moms, it would be able to recognize various types of family. Actually, in Sweden, Japan, and other countries, sperm donation is contributed to solve the low birth rate problem. To conclude, low birth rate has three harmful effects and two solutions. Uh, First, qualitative improvements would help to working parents and uh, child care service workers. Also, encouraging single adoptions and non-marital women can make a society that uh, wants to have more children. In this way, we create a system to raise children with society, and the low birth rate problem can be solved. Thank you for listening.
All right, great. That was fantastic. Can everybody unmute their mics? Can you unmute everybody? So does anybody have any questions for Eugen? Is adoption is that becoming more common in Korea? Eugen, is adoption, is that becoming more common in Korea? Adoption and getting going to, like, artificially impregnate, like using sperm bank. Is that becoming more popular in Korea?
Not popular in Korea.
Okay, but that could be, if people start to do that, it can help increase the birth rate. Is the woman you showed the picture of, is she popular in Korean society?
She is popular in Korea.
Yep.
Yes, she is from the Japan, but popular in Korea talent.
Oh, okay. What is her name?
Sayuri.
Okay, so she's a Japanese woman with a Korean name.
Korea name is also Sayuri.
Oh,
She
yeah.
activity, yes.
Oh, that's cool. How about, do you think, because you focused on single mothers, how about single fathers? Do you think
Single
that,
father.
do you think they should also adopt?
Sorry?
Do you think single fathers or single men should also adopt, or only single women?
I only single woman, because in our society there are many single women more than single father.
Oh,
And yes, this is fact. Yes, because of this fact.
I see. Then if a single woman adopts a child, do you think that the government should give them some money for help, or do they?
Money is secondary support. I think the first support is social recognize. Government should change this social recognize about single moms.
Yep.
Then this is first step for single moms policies.
Yep.
Then next to the money policies can be used.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, so first changing society, then after it's accepted and seems normal or okay, then okay, cool. Yeah, I think because raising a child as a single parent, single mother or single father, that's expensive, because one income, only one parent working. So I think they might need some help, because in Korea it's very expensive to raise a child. All right, Eugen, yeah, sit back, relax. Okay, so Gukyeon, you are next. Gukyeon, you're next.
Yes.
This is the last 7 minutes. Just remember of your academic career. All right. So I'm going to mute my mic, and Minsung, Jiyoung, if you can mute your mic, that'd be great. So Gukyeon, whenever you're ready, just start.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kim Guk-hyun, and I talk about AI problem and solution. Let's start presenting. First, I introduce artificial intelligence. We are currently live on time first industrial revolution. And the core of the first industrial revolution is artificial intelligence. So I talk about AI problem with the development of artificial intelligence. Problem one, as artificial intelligence advances, people are no longer needed. This picture shows job reduction of cost AI development. So AI development and is factory or service is automation, so is no need for people. So conclusion, job reduction is lead to decrease in the unemployment rate. Problem two is intellectual property. If AI make creative things, who has intellectual property right? This three kind is enterprise make AI or AI owners, or nobody have intellectual property rights. It is not choice yet. Problem three is strong AI. If strong artificial intelligence is development, strong AI is intelligence things like humans. What do you think if strong artificial intelligence was development? Strong artificial intelligence is better than humans, so is strong artificial can be dangerous for us. Solution is first solution is creative laws on AI. For example, job and intellectual property problems are caused lack of artificial intelligence laws. So is solution to problem is one, intellectual property rights law and AI jobs law. And solution is two is limit AI algorithms. By limiting the algorithm, the problem of strong artificial intelligence can be strong AI artificial intelligence can be solved. Strong artificial intelligence is good, but it is dangerous for human. If algorithm cannot harm humans, so strong artificial intelligence is not problem. Conclusion, I talk about three problem and two solution. First problem is job reduction, and second problem is intellectual property, and three is development strong AI. Solution is creative laws on AI is solution of problem 1 and 2, and limit AI algorithm is solution of strong AI. Thanks.
Come on, who has some questions? Somebody ask Gukyeon a question. Come on, this is his last exam ever. So Gukyeon, you say that limiting the algorithms
Yes.
is a solution. Who should determine how you limit an algorithm? Scientists, government, like who? Because if you're limiting an algorithm, maybe one country, no, I don't want to limit. Then another country, we want to limit. How do you determine? How do you decide who limits the
It's
algorithm?
make a law is development AI is researcher is can make AI, so is make a law of algorithm limited.
And that is that an international law?
Yes, international.
Okay, so scientists around the world need to work together
Yes.
because AI is so powerful. And so it seems like it definitely needs to be international. All right. Well, Gukyan, can't it's like Yuchiwan, or it's like first it's like Audenijip, Yuchiwan, Choronghakyo, Chunghakyo, Goronghakyo, Tehakyo, Gukyan is now done.
Thanks.
Wow, crazy. I wish I had a cake. All right. Well, cool. All right, who is next? Jiyoung. Okay, so you share your screen. Everybody mute the mic, and Jiyoung, start whenever you're ready.
Hi everyone. My name is Jiyoung Lee. I will talk about air pollution. I will proceed with my presentation order in the order of problem, effects, solution, conclusion, and question time. So if you have any question, please tell me your question after the presentation. What are the effects of air pollution? Actually, for 100 years, the average annual temperature continues to increase. It means greenhouse effect continues to strengthen. So the high temperature melt glacier at polar region, then sea level is rising. Do you see this beautiful island? But some islands include Maldives, Tuvalu, Kiribati are in danger of disappearing. Second effect is acidic rain. If water mixes with pollutional gas such as CO2, NO2, SO2, the water becomes acid and the acid rain cloud go everywhere. So there are many effects in the world. Look at the picture. The picture is a statue made of marble. For 60 years, the statue is damaged by the rain. Also, acid rain destroyed the function of protein. So plant is not growing and people lost their hair. Third effect is health problem. If the amount of CO2 increase, then the amount of oxygen reduce. It causes hypoxia or poverty blood. And many dust cause dust allergy and asthma. Then what are solution of this problem? Look at the current energy source chart. We depend on fuel such as petroleum, coal, natural gas. The fuel makes CO2 and other pollutional gases. So we need to develop new renewable energy. New renewable energy is named by combination of new energy and renewable energy. New renewable energy make no or low CO2 and the source is infinite and can be used for a very long time. But disadvantage is inefficiency. In other words, cost per energy is high. The other solution is carbon emission volume limit. Some country limit carbon emissions on power plant and factory. The limit is realized by raising tax or giving low carbon product certification. In conclusion, I talk about 3 effects of air pollution and 2 solutions. To pass on good nature to future generation, we must protect nature. That's all for my presentation. Thanks for your attention. Do you have any question?
Questions? Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody ask a question. Okay. What are some examples of new renewables? Jiyoung,
What?
are there currently new renewable energies right now? Like you said solution 1 is developing new renewables.
Yes.
What are some examples?
Just in Korea, Korea build many solar energy.
So solar is new renewable. So now you said
Yes.
Now, what is the difference between new renewable and renewable? Because isn't solar renewable?
Uh, uh, renewable energy is change energy type. For example, solar heat change to electric,
Okay.
but new energy is individual energy make visual.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So do you think in the future there will be more new renewable energies?
Yes.
Cool. All right. So solar is new renewable. What is a renewable energy? What's an example? So solar is new renewable. What is renewable? What's an example?
Renewable energy.
Yeah.
Renewable energy, solar energy, and wind, geothermal energy.
Okay. So that solar is renewable and new renewable.
Yes.
Okay, I see. Got it. So it's both. Got it. Okay. Junior next, right?
Yes.
Okay. I hope it would be nice if somebody else asked a question after Bumjun, not just me. So please pay attention. Try to think of a question. All right, Bumjun, take it away. I'm muting my mic.
Hi everyone, this is Bomjun, and I'm going to talk to you about COVID-19. This is a hot topic these days. So first, I'm going to talk to you about history of pandemic, and second, I'll tell you about some problems of it, and third, I'm going to talk to you about solutions. And last, I will summary the presentation. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate. Let's get started. Before we talk about history of pandemic, do you guys know what is pandemic? The pandemic is the phenomenon that many people get same disease at same times. So 1720, there was Black Plague. We know it as pest. And 1820, there was cholera. In 1920, there was Spanish flu. In 2020, now, as you know, it is COVID-19. So let's talk about problems of COVID-19. There's three main problems of COVID-19. First, it is harmful for human body. COVID-19 takes high fever, headache, tiredness, heart rate, brain fog, death. I think you guys know 5 things of the symptom, but you don't know about what is brain fog. The brain fog is kind of there's fog in brain. It feels like fogs in brain. So those symptom of brain fog is low concentration and low memory ability. Next, shops are closed. Now in Seoul, cafe or subway and restaurant like Baskin-Robbins can only take out the food. We don't take food inside the restaurant. And many restaurants can only we can't eat inside the restaurant after 9 p.m. So the shop owner can't earn enough money because customer don't go restaurant before COVID-19, before then COVID-19. So it is hard to open the shop and people lose their jobs. It can link to the second one. When shop owner close their shops, then shop owners lose their jobs. Another case, if shop owner doesn't close the shops, since they can't earn enough money, so they have to pay. They can't give their employees money, so the employees can lose their jobs. So let's talk about solutions. There's two kind of solutions. First, wearing a mask. Our mouth and nose are kind of pathway of virus. So when our mouth and nose are open, the virus can move through them, so it can spread by people. So when you're wearing a mask, be sure to cover both mouth and nose. When we don't cover both mouth and nose, it is same as we don't wearing a mask. Next, keep your hands clean. Our hands is kind of buzz of virus because we do so many things with our hands, like grab something or push the door. So wash your hands often, but be sure to use soap when you wash your hands, because it is more effective to remove virus when you use soap. Or another way to keep your hands clean is use hand sanitizer. It is more easier than wash your hands because when you wash your hands, you need water and soap, so you have to go to toilet. But when you handle your sanitizer, then you don't need to go to the toilet. Just you can use it whenever you want. So let's summary of this. Let's summary of our presentation. Problems. First, COVID-19 can be harmful for COVID-19 can be harmful for human body. Second, shops are closed. Third, people can lose their jobs. And the solutions. First one is we have to wear the mask. And second one, we have to keep our hand clean. So since we are not the government, so we don't have power to make policy or make new vaccine. So we can't remove all of the virus, but when we keep these solutions, we can reduce spreading the virus. This is end of my presentation, and thank you for listening.
Okay, great. Questions? Come on, somebody ask a question.
I have a question.
Thank you, Yuja.
Yes. I heard that wearing mask very effective prevention, but there are many kinds of masks like KF94 and KF18 and cotton masks. Do you think all kinds of masks are preventive? And what do you think is the most effective mask?
Good question.
Our mask can help us to prevent virus, but I think KF94 is the best one because I saw that news.
That's good.
It is best.
How long can you use a KN95? Like how many days can you use a KN95 mask? 94. KF94?
Yes.
How many times?
In my case, I change it. I use it 2 times. Change mask whenever we use it is best, but we we have to save mask also, so I use it twice.
All right. So two times. Does anybody else have any question? Like, yeah, Bumjit, what do you think is going to happen in Korea? Because nowadays, like today, it's like over 1,000, right?
Yes.
And maybe tomorrow, even more. Right now, the social distance level is 2.5. Do you think it will go up?
Yes, I think it will be it can be go to level 3.
And what's the difference between 2.5 and 3?
I heard that 2.5 or between 2.5 and 3, or when the level be 3, the economy get stopped, or shops can't open. In now it is 2.5, so shops can open, but they have limits to open. But when it comes 3, they can't open.
How about like eMart and Home Plus and Lotte Mart? When it's 3.0, do they need to close too?
In my opinion, it is good to close, but the employee have to earn money. So government need new policy, like, or eMart have new policy like delivery service.
Okay, because Coupang doesn't close.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like in America, Amazon. Amazon is making a lot of money. So much money. All right, Min Sung, you are number 5. Let's do it. So I'm going to mute my mic and start whenever you're ready.
Hello, my name is Minseong. Today I'll introduce about the damage and solution of COVID-19. I'll be asked questions after the presentation is over. So pay attention, please. Online. One, first is self-employer damage of COVID-19. Two is student damage of COVID-19. And three is solution of COVID-19. The first one, the suffering of self-employed people. Because of COVID-19, self-employed people getting harder and harder. The place where compared to person visited people, people are reluctant to go their store. I also reluctant to go the store where compared to person visited before. And the store is closed at 9 p.m. now, but after level 3, they can't open their store. Second is damage to students. Students can't go to school because of COVID-19, but the school is the place where study, but also increase social ability. But if they are not to go to school, their academic ability and social ability getting decreased. And second is worsening lifestyle habit. We are not go out and just stay home. Our lifestyle habit getting worse. We are sleep and wake up late time and being laziness. Last is solutions to finish COVID-19. We must follow the prevention rules. Stay home and don't go to the crowded place, and wear mask when we go out. But the infection rate of COVID-19 is very high, so we can't finish COVID-19 just to follow the prevention rules. We must make vaccine. If we make vaccine, we are go back to the situation. Thank you, and ask me any questions, please.
All right. 1 second. Questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since students don't go to school, so what is good way to students to study?
They can use Zoom like us to study together. Yes, that's a good way.
Jiyoung, you have a question?
Yes. When we go out, we should wearing mask. Then, don't we need Google?
That's good.
Yes. is impacted by air. So I I I didn't hear the news affected by ice. So that's okay.
That's a good question, though. When do you think a vaccine will be available in Korea?
Maybe 2022.
Really? Because nowadays in America there's vaccine, and I think in Russia there's a vaccine. I think in many countries. So maybe vaccine is very soon.
But it's hard to get vaccines for every people
I know,
in Korea,
for sure.
and they can is they to take vaccine. They can 1 year.
They can what?
Take vaccine for every people. Days can be 1 year.
It can be one you?
1 year.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, but yeah, definitely it takes a long time for everybody. Hopefully soon they can get a vaccine, but like you said, it takes a long time. But at least Korea's a smaller country, so maybe it's easier to get everybody. Like, do you know anti-vax? Well, hey, Min Sung. All right. Come on. Everybody, yeah. I mean, good job, everybody. And do you know like some people, I know some people in America are like anti-vaccine. They're like, no, I will not take a vaccine. How about in Korea? Anybody? Like some people in America, they're like, I will not take a vaccine. How about in Korea? No. Maybe in America, it's very strange. How about in Korea? Does everybody believe in COVID-19? In Korea, does everybody believe that COVID-19 is dangerous? Like what percentage of people? 99, 100?
Almost people believe that it is dangerous.
Okay, yeah. Because in America, like so I used to work at Yukun Sagawanakyo, and one of my coworkers was American. Now he lives in America, and maybe 3 or 4 times a year, we just talk on the phone. And maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I talked to him. He doesn't believe COVID-19. He thinks same as flu, influenza. He thinks it's the same, nothing. He doesn't wear a mask. he only wears a mask if he goes to a store and they require a mask. But so in America, there are some areas, well, definitely in some states, where people don't believe it. And it's spreading so fast. Like today in America, yesterday, so yesterday, so the top line is America, 230,000 new cases, 3,200 deaths, not new cases, deaths. So 200,000 new cases, 3,000 deaths. So my mom, so some people don't believe it, but they get sick. Then they go to the hospital, and the hospital is full. Like no bed, no place. So my mom says, if you don't believe in COVID-19, you should not be able to go to the hospital. And because people just don't wear their masks, it's so, and it's so, how do you control that? Like if for example, let's say in Korea, let's say Daejeon, any city, let's say Daejeon. In Daejeon, many people didn't believe in COVID, so they didn't wear a mask. What would Korea do?
Close the city.
Okay, so like, I mean, how would you close it? Like you cannot leave Daejeon. If you're in Daejeon, you need to stay. That's crazy. I know, like, it's not a bad idea, but it's like, what do you do? Like, for example, like little kids, like 1 second. Like 5 or 6-year-old kids. Sometimes, like, do you know a swimming pool? A swimming pool, it's like shallow, then deep. Where do kids go? Shallow or deep?
Shallow.
Shallow. But sometimes, sometimes kids, they pee in the pool. So even if it's in the shallow, if you're in the deep end, the pee goes to the deep end. So like in America, it spreads. Like adults don't pee in the pool, but it doesn't matter because if a kid pees in the shallow end, everybody has pee. And so what do you do? I mean, it's a crazy because in America, so many people don't even believe it. How about climate change? How many Koreans believe in man-made climate change? Like, do you believe that humans are creating climate change? What percentage of Koreans? Like all of them? Probably 99%. In America, much lower. It's like the media. Some people don't believe it. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, I love America. I'm American, but just there's some crazy people. All right, everybody. Gukyeon, are you ordering pizza? Gukyeon, do you have any plans tonight?
I'm go meet my friend.
Celebrate?
Yeah.
Is your friend also graduating?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. All right. So are you gonna go like have a couple drinks, go to a restaurant?
A drink.
Sounds good. I think Gukyeon is a soju guy.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, everybody, it was really fun to have a class this semester. This is my first time. I've taught at Soltech for 7 years. First time ever teaching outside of the English department. And it was really fun. I wish it was not on Zoom, but oh well. So thanks for the good semester and have a good vacation. And like I said, if you have questions about English, email me, Kakao Talk me. I would love to help you out. So just please do that. All right, everybody. Any questions or anything? Have a good weekend. Min-san, good luck on your exam tomorrow. Gukyeon, congratulations. And everybody else, good luck on exams, or if not, have a great vacation. So I'll see you later.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.